So, one important way to create buzz is you being able to have an elevator pitch that you can share verbally or through a short message that really gives the essence of the problem you're trying to solve and the solution that you have. It's really the hooking mechanism for somebody to get interested. I know like the way we talk about elevator pitches are about like what you can say about your company if you meet somebody in the elevator and how long it takes to get to the destination. But what it is really the hook that's going to allow you to have a deeper conversation or a longer conversation with somebody because they get so excited about it. So a good elevator pitch really includes a problem that people can feel like they recognize that there is a problem. Two, it has a simple solution. The solution almost seems so obvious that it makes a ton of sense. And then three, there's a call to action, a way for you to show them how to learn about it a little bit more. So an example might be, you know, an education example will be new principals struggle with leadership training because they don't have time. Our app allows them to get coaching via voice memos so that they could receive feedback without scheduling meetings. Let me show you how this might work on your phone. That might be an elevator pitch or a hook that you could use in a variety of different situations. Let's take a look at what some great examples of an elevator pitch might look like. And these are examples of companies that may already be familiar to you. So, first, they clearly identify a pain point. Second, they offer a clear solution. Third, they create an easy next step, even logical next step. So, of course, reading things like this makes it sound really easy to produce, but what you'll find is that it takes a couple iterations to make it as crisp and simple as something like this. So give it a shot with your idea next. All right, so we're not going to have you build the elevator pitch on your own. We're going to support you along the way, and we'll walk you through each of the steps that you might need to take. Here's an education example of an elevator pitch. Principals don't have time for leadership development. We help them improve 3 times faster with our asynchronous coaching platform. The platform is right on your phone. I can go into a lot of different descriptions about reports, all the features, how it has this great interface, and how all of the competitors don't do the right things. But it's not going to grab your attention if I go into a monologue for 15 minutes about how great I think my platform is, or my application, or my service. So, what we really need to do is see if this person is interested in the particular problem that you're posing, show them an obvious, clear solution and how you're approaching it, and then show your unique value proposition, the thing that merely differentiates what you do from the other potential competitors or other examples that the person may have heard. Now, use your lean canvas to start to fill out the first column of the elevator pitch worksheet. Once you develop some of the ideas, say it out loud. Does it sound natural? Maybe even try recording yourself and playing it back and see how you sound. If you heard something like this, would you be excited if you heard it at a conference? Like if someone came up to you and said, I have this idea XYZ, would it excite you the way you presented it? All right, so now it's time for you to work on your attention grabber. And this is the thing that's really going to hook somebody. And I want you to spend some careful time on this because not only are you going to use it for your elevator pitch, but you might use it for your website or your Google ad headlines. So again, it's the thing that's really going to hook somebody to create interest in having that extra conversation or taking that next step. So come up with something really interesting for the specific product that you have. Um, Try to avoid some of the education traps that I've seen people get into where they focus on, well, this product provides better student outcomes. Well, most of the products that we're trying to produce and deliver in education are about producing better student outcomes. So that's not really going to grab someone's attention in the way that we want you to do in the elevator pitch. All right, so now it's time for you to really spend some time refining your pitch. And honestly, like sometimes when I get stuck, I just try popping a few ideas into ChatGPT to see what comes up. So there's a little secret for you. Um, Also, make sure you try developing or testing your elevator pitch against the different customer segments that we talked about. So not only just the user of your product, but the buyer, right? And those can be very different depending on the type of product or solution you have. Spend as much time as you need to just get this to a level that you feel really good about, and test it with your friends. Like we mentioned, you even creating buzz, you could maybe post it on your social media or something like that. But it's really figuring out what's going to hook people to have that take that next step with you. Now, don't be a perfectionist and don't use your elevator pitch until you feel like it's completely perfect. It's okay, because the feedback you get on the elevator pitch will help you refine it over time, and it'll just get better and better. The more you say it, the more you talk to people about it, the better your elevator pitch will get. Trust me on this one. I know it's a little bit scary because you feel like you're either sharing an imperfect idea or you're sharing something that someone might copy. And it's unlikely that someone's going to copy your idea from your elevator pitch. There's so much that goes into building a business or product or application that they just haven't thought about as much as you have. And you really need that feedback early so that you could figure out what's really going to hook not only the first person you talk to, but the 100th person with that same elevator pitch. So test it out, continue to iterate on it, and it doesn't have to be perfect right away, but it needs to be good enough so that you feel confident that that's what you're going to lean in with.